Hey world, hey universe. This is such a time that was both heart wrenching and ironically enlightening as well. So, after I shared the emotions of losing our beloved Raji last week, a sort of story unfolded, like a beautiful story that I had never imagined, and that's what I'm going to share with you all today. And I plan to share this in sort of like two episodes. I'm going to do both today, but you can listen one after another because I sort of want to give time to the listeners to contemplate about the message, because the sort of reflections and revelations that were coming through, I think it really requires a lot of time for all of us to really understand the sort of messages that lie behind these stories. So first there were, like, of course, lots of questions in all our minds, like what sort of year is this? 2020 has been so unfortunate and life is so unfortunate. What sort of mystery is this? Someone who has kept health as the highest priority, why should this happen? And now some of these things never have an explanation. Of course, like, wherever possible, I sort of contemplated about this, discussed about this, read about this, but somehow it appears that it's sort of the gameplay between what we call the karma and the dharma, like our actions and how we align our life with what really matters the most. And only spiritual modes of exploration possibly can help us to find solace in such things, and we never can have a more rational way of explaining sort of such things. And as many of us were contemplating on such fragile feelings, I also received numerous messages, virtual hugs, and so much love. Okay, it made me realize three things, and that's what I'm going to share now. First is, each one of these messages, emails, hugs, the tears that sort of that were shared from across the globe, and these served as tributes to Raji, and it showed Raji for me in all of you, and most importantly, it reinforced the power of love Raji had spread across. And you see this beautiful portrait by our beloved student Miss Archaita. I think Raji is speaking through the portrait, right? And the second message is the power of collective love. Just because I know Raji and you know Raji, we became a family. We hadn't seen each other nor spoken with each other, but we embraced each other in the collective, in the spirit of collective self, where Raji had sort of become a part. The third profound revelation was this, which is some of these messages that uh, came from those of you who had profound losses, pain, and sorrow due to loss of loved ones in your own lives. Okay. Now, it did reinforce this thought, like light can enter only through a surface that is broken. And only when we face pain and when our hearts get broken, we are truly able to let the light in through these broken pieces. And by doing so, this light sort of serves as the source of healing, putting these broken pieces back into its place, and it also lets us grow stronger in love. And so, my deeper sense of gratitude and love to all of you, for wrapping up yourself and for making yourself available to others, who are in need of this sort of love and comfort. And I'll also share another beautiful story that I happened to read in the newspaper this week. So the story goes like this. I didn't want to sort of miss any message. So this is like a village, which is in the interior of Tamil Nadu, where of course some of the youngsters, when they went to switch on the light in the street light electric box, they found that a sparrow had just laid eggs. Okay, so if they're going to switch on that light, then of course the village will get the light in the streets, but that's going to really harm the eggs that the sparrows had laid in. So what they did is, like, this village had more than 500 people, and most of them were dependent on agriculture. And And they had 22 streets, and this is the only box that supplied light to all the 22 streets. And they decided that they are not going to switch on the lights for, or like whatever time, until the sparrow takes its sweet time to hatch the eggs. And for a period of 45 days, this whole village, which is called Marava Mangalam, they remained dark for 45 days. And after 45 days, the sparrow had hatched three beautiful little sparrows. And then they still waited until the sparrow flew away with the little ones. And after 45 days, the entire village switched on the uh, you know put on the switches for the street lights. I think sort of messages like this, um, of course, make us think through, like, isn't this the power of humanity, the power of true love, and that there is hope, there is light, and there are people who sacrifice their light for others' lives to light up. And who are these people in your life? Whether they are with you as flesh and blood or as soul and spirit, it doesn't really matter. What really matters is for you to let them know that you love them unconditionally. Let them know that you are willing to expand your circle to let them in, and let them know that the combined love and light of humanity shine bright. Okay? And let all our loved ones who have left us in the physical realm unite in the heavenly unbound love and light. So let us shine under both light and dark, and let's keep celebrating the life of our loved ones. And I request all of you to share your experiences, your love, and feel free to express your emotions as how you did last week. It really comforted me so much. Okay? And until I see you in the next episode, which is going to follow shortly, signing off with infinite love, gratitude, and bliss. This is yours, Riz. Let the soul speak.